It is entirely possible to stand in a fully automated robotics factory, walk outside to observe a quiet ritual that hasn't changed in centuries, and then take a short drive to witness raw nature thriving in the ocean. All of this happens in Guangdong, a southern Chinese province that much of the globe knows by a single, highly industrial label, the factory of the world. This chart shows the sheer financial gravity of the region. Generating over $1.5 trillion annually, this single province generates more economic output than the national economies of Spain or South Korea. And if we swap the data to look at population, the scale becomes even more difficult to process. Guangdong houses 127 million residents, more people than you'll find in Japan or Mexico. This high-output economy operates through a constant internal tension, balancing the demands of hyper-modern manufacturing with the physical preservation of its raw ecology and ancient traditions. In 1978, the Chinese government established special economic zones, designated areas with looser trade and tax laws designed specifically to attract foreign investment. At the time, the reality on the ground here was humble: quiet fishing villages, bicycles, and simple brick buildings. Today, those villages have evolved into the dense, towering skyline of Shenzhen, dominated by megastructures like the 115-story Ping An Finance Center. Linking these massive urban centers required engineering feats of equal scale, like the Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, which physically ties the Pearl River Delta into a single, highly efficient economic engine. But this massive wealth generation is actually a centuries-old habit. Long before the tech boom, the early Chinese diaspora sent international fortunes back home, funding the construction of the Kaiping Diallo, fortified stone watchtowers built to protect their family's wealth from rural bandits. The towering glass skyscrapers of modern Shenzhen are simply the latest iteration of a trading culture that has driven this region for over 2 millennia. The cultural anchor grounding this long history is the local language, Cantonese, also known as Yu. It is a complex tonal language that continues to serve as the primary mother tongue for the vast majority of the overseas Chinese diaspora. Locals here navigate a daily physical friction between the intense demands of their tech industry jobs and a strict adherence to their ancestral routines. That routine demands a mandatory daily pause for yum cha, the traditional Cantonese practice of morning tea. It is always paired with dim sum, small dishes served in stacked bamboo steamer baskets. You can see this dedication to preservation in the architecture as well. On Shamian Island, massive banyan trees shade preserved colonial facades, standing as physical reminders of centuries of East meets West trade. Fiercely protecting these historical spaces and slow food traditions acts as a psychological buffer. It is how the people here survive the extreme velocity of their modern economy. Housing 127 million people in the Pearl River Delta makes it the most densely cultivated and industrialized megacity cluster on Earth. It is easy to assume the entire region is an endless expanse of concrete. Yet deep within the province, massive geological reserves remain totally intact, like the dramatic red rock pillars and deep forested ravines of Danya Mountain. As the megacities expand, urban planners are now actively carving out and protecting delicate ecological zones right along the edges of the industrial sprawl. These protected estuaries provide a vital habitat for rare wildlife, allowing species like the Chinese white dolphin to thrive just miles away from some of the busiest commercial shipping lanes in the world. These pockets of wildlife suggest that even at this extreme density, there is still room for an industrial powerhouse to coexist with the natural world it was built upon. This province has grown far beyond its reputation as a global factory. It operates as a living laboratory, testing the limits of how 21st century human life can integrate with rapid technological progress. It is a place where autonomous delivery drones share the sky with traditional tea houses, and where glowing skyscrapers yield to serene, misty peaks. This is the reality of modern life in Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and the heights of Dansha. Guangdong remains a southern gateway defined by its contradictions, where the logistics of a global shipping hub are still anchored by the slow rituals of a 2,000-year-old home.